Hey guys, Skylar here. Sorry, I made a video before and on my phone, for some reason it just didn't want to upload properly. So, my friend today told me about the Target boycott. I Googled it and I don't understand why everyone makes a big deal out of it. Yes, I understand that people taking advantage and using that as an excuse to get into the girls' room so they can look at children and women is wrong, and they need to find a way to um, just kind of filter those creeps out. But I just I was thinking today, and the only good word I could think of to call these just people who just can't understand what we're going through and think that we're some kind of disease. They're pretty much like Nazis. I mean, anything that they don't understand or anything that is not like them, they hate. So I don't understand why they their people are so against transgenders. Like, and they're telling us that they're gonna make a unisex bathroom for us. That's pretty much just having a giant sign saying "Come one, come all," kind of for the creeps and for the people who want to do everyone harm. We they need to find a way to. They need to up their security or something that so we people like transgenders and people like us don't have to suffer for all of these freaks and just terrible people in this world. Uh, we need to show people that we're not different. We may look different, but we're the same as everyone else. We just want to get on with our lives and do what makes us happy just because we may be look different on the outside doesn't mean that we're weird freaks of nature or a bunch of sinners, as a lot of every Catholic person may say. Uh, People really need to figure out or realize that there's a difference between a pedophile and a transgender. Just because some old guys are dressing up as women saying they're transgender and going into women's bathrooms to look at women and kids dressing up and undressing doesn't mean that all of us have to suffer for their stupidity and sickness or whatever the hell it is. We need to show everyone that we just want to live our lives. We pretty much, people like, okay, for example, on one of the videos I saw, everyone was saying how all these trans women are just men dressing up and all they want to do is castrate themselves. People may see it like that, but we see it as fixing a problem that needs to be fixed. Not everybody gets the bottom surgery, men or women, but for a lot of people it's a necessary part of the transition, and without it there's no point on doing it. unfortunately in America it costs a lot of money, and the insurance doesn't consider it to be mandatory. So we have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars, which makes it a lot more difficult, which makes it easier for people to ridicule us and say how weird and disgusting we are, and how we are choosing this lifestyle. What people need to understand is, if you don't agree with being transgender and you're watching this right now, think, did you wake up and say, oh, I want to identify as a man and like women, or I want to identify as a woman and like men? No, you didn't. You just woke up and you're attracted to the opposite gender of you. Same thing for us. We just kind of were born or woke up or whatever and realized, okay, I'm this way. I may be attracted to guys or girls, whatever. And we can't change if we're transgender. We don't choose this. Do you actually think that we'd choose a lifestyle that causes so much death, suffering, pain, and just makes our lives miserable? No, we'd pick the easy life and pick to be like everyone else, so we didn't have to worry about all these things. But it's not a choice, so we can't pick that. People do decide whether they want to do something with a transition or just not do anything at all. That is a choice, but then again, that's not a choice for some people. Some people, they'd rather die than stay how they are. And think of it this way: if you woke up in the body of the person that you hated the absolute most, that's, I mean, the closest you'll ever get to fully understanding what it's like to be a transgender. You don't know how difficult it is for people like us to live our lives and try to just be unnoticed and just we just want to live. We don't, just because we were born different or we did something to our bodies doesn't mean we're freaks. It's late and I have to wake up at 5 in the morning, so I'm gonna cut this video a little short. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.